Welcome to practice. We're going to begin seated and kneeling if that's comfortable for your knee, or with your feet out in front. And you can use a blanket. You can even make it thicker so you can see from the side if you're kneeling, and that can go between your ankles, and then your feet will be hip width and parallel. Or sitting up on your blanket with your legs comfortable in front of you. We'll interlock the hands and press out through the palms. Shoulders down as you take your arms up, and try to keep the shoulders down. So we want to keep some space between the ears and the shoulders. And press out through your index fingers. Reach back through your small fingers. Let's notice where your shoulders might feel a little tight. Nice work. And then releasing. And then change the interlock of your fingers. Other index finger on top. Pressing out through the palm. Shoulder blades down. Taking some really nice big breaths into the bottom of the lungs. See if you can spread them out wide, the lungs, and draw the shoulder blades down. And then releasing. And forward virasana. Come into downward facing dog pose. Finding that deep breath. Noticing where your shoulders might be a little tight, or there might be tension in the hamstrings. Just bending your legs as much as you need to and opening the chest a little more. So your head is just hanging down. You can feel that flow of breath. Nice. And then we're going to step the right knee forward as though you could touch your right wrist or elbow, and then come back into downward facing dog pose. Take a couple of breaths between sides, pressing your fingerprints, relaxing your neck. Good. And then the left knee towards the left wrist, and then back into downward facing dog pose. Really letting yourself recover, drawing deep breath, satisfying breath, right knee, right wrist. We're opening the chest here, armpits, left knee, left wrist. And one more on each side. Beautiful. And then we're going to rest into child's pose. You might squeeze your fingers into a fist and release, and squeeze and release, or you could make fist circles so your wrists are relaxing. And then relaxing your hands, shoulders, feeling that satisfying breath. Beautiful. Bring the arms forward. We're going to be on the forearms and walk the knees back. So forearms parallel, stretch your fingers and your thumbs, and open the front of the chest towards the front of the leg. Letting the armpits lengthen and finding that satisfying breath. Nice work. We're going to walk the knees back a little bit further. And I want you to either be in a modified forearm balance plank here. So you're going to drop your hips in line with your knees and your shoulders. Or you can take the knees off the floor and do the same thing. So tuck your toes under and knees off the floor. Feeling that satisfying breath as you lift the core of the body. Nice work. Knees to the floor, walk your hands back and resting into your version of child pose. Your hands are relaxing, your shoulders are relaxing. The breath might be starting to deepen, so connecting to the satisfaction of that. Beautiful. Come back up onto all fours, but walk the hands a long way forward. So for puppy dog pose, we're going to keep the shoulders wide, the collarbones wide, and bring the chest towards the floor, the armpits lengthening. Nice work. And then we're going to lay down onto our collecting front and to our tummies. Hands are under the shoulders, elbows in, elbows back, and lift your head and look forward. Engage the spine between the shoulder blades. Really get that in your focus. And then we're going to be lifting the torso from the floor. And then lengthening the torso back towards the floor. Not all the way, just to where you feel more relaxed. And then we'll lift up again. Elbows in, elbows back. Nice, strong, straight leg. Lifting again. We're going to do two more. Strong. This time, hold your lift of your torso and take your arms out in front as far as you need to have straight arms. And start to lengthen the belly. And we're embedding the bones of the spine, particularly between the shoulder blades, forward, lengthening the back of the neck. Press the tops of the feet down and start to walk the hands towards your body so you start to make a bigger back bend. Engage the gluteus muscles, the buttock muscles. You might be able to keep walking your hands a little closer to the hips so you're lifting higher, but you don't want to crunch in your lower back. So find the position where you feel like you're stretching, but your spine feels beautifully supported, long and strong. Nice work. Laying down, and you're going to put your right forearm under your forehead. So the forearm will be sort of parallel to the front edge of the mat. And bend in your left foot and reach back and take hold of your left foot. And we're going to coax the heel towards the hip. Just rest your forehead on your arm. So left heel, coaxing that towards your left hip. Curling the toes towards the heel. Beautiful. And then we'll do the other side. Excuse me. And bending in the right leg. And you're going to reach back with your right hand and coaxing the toes towards the hip, or towards the heel and the heel towards the hip. Notice if the knee flies out to the side, we'll try to keep parallel legs. Just resting your neck. Nice work, and releasing that side. And we're going to lift the torso again off the floor. So strong straight leg, lifting the gluteus muscle towards the back waist. Elbows in, elbows down, and lifting the front torso. Good. And then right forearm under the chest this time. So you've got more of a back bend happening. We're going to bend the left leg in again. I'm going to take hold of the left foot again. So this time we've got a back bend, but we'll make that leg movement of the left heel towards the left hip. The torso, the left side of the torso is lifted. If you've got extra movement in your shoulder, you can try turning the fingers to face forward and the palms down. So the palm presses down on the top of the toe. Nice work. And then the second side. So your forearm will be under the chest. Chest is lifting. Bend the right leg. Reach back, take hold of the right foot. And again, we're coaxing the heel towards the hip, the toes towards the heel. The right side of the torso is lifting here. And maybe you can turn your fingers to face forward. Whoa. And the palm down. Nice work. Right on that side. All right. Back to our hands underneath the shoulders. And we're going to lift the torso, elbows back. And lift yourself all the way up into an all fours position. And we're going to make a spinal wave movement forward and back. And begin to bring that subtle movement to the spine. Supple movement. Great. And then back into a kneeling up position, walking your hands back so they're near the knees. We're going to tuck the toes under and practice you're lifting your knees up and down off the floor. So you might just be able to lift them. If you're comfortable lifting your knees and rolling onto your heels in a squat position, then practice that so that you're rolling over your feet, getting that sense of movement, foot flexibility. And then however it works for you, we're going to come up to standing. So you might notice if you roll back into the squat, you can press your heels and stand up. Maybe one day, maybe another day. All right. Tadasana at the front of the mat. Connecting to your breath. We're going to just lean forward into Uttanasana and have your hands on your thighs to support your spine kind of parallel to the floor. And let the bones of the spine really embed into the front of your torso and the top of your head reach long away from the hips. Yes. So the back of the legs start to stretch, but we have an ease for the spine. We're hinging at the hips, not the discs of the spine. Nice one. And then we're going to bend the knees and rolling up. Tadasana. Inhale, arms out, Urdhva Hastasana. And then Uttanasana, that halfway version where you know that you really are supporting your healthy spine. And start to feel the stretch in your leg. And you can stretch both your legs together, or you can alternate one at a time. Nice work. And then bend your knee and inhale and rolling up and arms up. And Tadasana, mountain pose. Feeling the support from your strong legs, the intelligence in your feet, length of your spine. Beautiful. We're going to take Garudasana arm. So take your arms out wide to the side and cross your right upper arm over your left as high as you can. You can hold your shoulders and you'll be able to cross your upper arm further. And then you can either keep your hands here on your shoulders or reach for your thumb or your palm and keep the shoulder blades down. We'll make a little back bend and then we're going to come into a forward bend again, but we want to keep the bones of the spine embedded forward. Beautiful. So you can work here where you can really feel that healthy spine, or you can give in to the feeling of the weight of your arms and your head and your shoulders, and you can hang forward. So either one. And then we're going to sway from side to side. That will shift the stretch across the legs. So have your legs as straight as you are comfortable with the stretch. So you can challenge yourself, but we're not trying to overdo anything here. Side to side, nice stable core. Beautiful. Come back to center. Roll up and release your arms out to the side and then cross the other way, the left upper arm over the right. And if you hold your shoulders, you can usually get the upper arms to cross a little further. You can keep your hands here or reach for your palms or your thumbs, shoulder blades down, little back bend, embedding the bones of the spine forward. Coming into your forward bend, feel what is best for your back. So either you're this halfway position where your back feels really well supported by the core of the body, swaying from side to side, or you can give in to that feeling of weightiness in the arms, the skull, the shoulders, and just hang down and sway from side to side. Choosing what feels best for your body just now. But as you sway, notice the spine stabilize. That beautiful body wisdom that keeps us safe from injury. If we would just listen, bend the knees and rolling up and releasing. Nice work. All right. Now we're going to step back with the hands on the floor. So if you know you like to have the seat of a chair, grab one now. From Uttanasana, Urdhva Hastasana, upward facing arm. Uttanasana, standing forward bend. Left foot steps back, but only a distance where you can still put your heel on the floor. Beautiful. front leg as bent as you need to find that feeling in your spine where the bones are embedded forward. Good. And then see if you can keep that good feeling in your spine, your back. But play around with straightening your front leg. So that will be, I hope, a big sensation. So we want to find that big stretch sensation and be curious about what that means. Can you keep moving into that stretch, or do you need to listen to your body, that protection? So breathing deeply and discovering. Beautiful. Now, however straight your legs are, hopefully the back leg is straight, straight, straight. We're going to really take the weight into the feet and lift the arms by the sides of the torso, palms up and look forward. Reach the fingertips back. Draw the shoulders away from the ears. Ah. Beautiful. Put the left hand down onto the floor, just inside the right foot, and the right hand into the second. And turn the ribs now towards the right side. So you're looking to the right. Keep turning the rib cage. Adjust your hand so it's under your shoulder, left hand. Right shoulder is rolling back until you might be able to get your right shoulder over the left. And then you could lift your right arm. Paraverta Trikonasana. Nice work. Relax your hands back to the front, looking back to the front, and we're going to step forward, lift up, and balance. And we want to really take a challenge here. So finding what that challenge is, where you feel a bit wobbly, really trying to stay on your right leg. You might be holding your knee or as ever, before you place that foot back down, find your footing with just the skin of your toes, the ball of the foot, so you intend your movement. Place your foot. Lovely work. From Tadasana, Urdhva Hastasana, Uttanasana, standing forward bend posture. Hands onto your chair or the floor, and we're going to step the right foot back. Now, it's just a distance where you make sure you can still get the right heel down onto the floor. Bend your front knee as much as you need to find that healthy spine, to embed the bones of the spine forward, even between the shoulder blades. So we try to avoid the rainbow shape or the hunchback shape. Beautiful. And then now that you're aware of your spine, explore straightening your front leg. What does the body say? How far can you explore that resistance? Where do you need to stop, take stock? And all the while appreciating the body. Beautiful. Now we're really going to take the weight into the feet, the intelligence into the feet, the legs, and take the arms up by your torso, palms up, look forward, embedding the bones of your spine forward, finding your feet. Reach reach the fingertips back so the shoulders are reaching back away from the ears. Lovely work. All right, we're going to bring the right hand down onto the floor inside the left foot and the left hand onto the sacrum. And this time the rib cage will be turning to the left. So put your right hand under your shoulder. That gives you the best foundation. We're turning the ribs. Left ribs are lifting and rolling back, and the left shoulder is rolling back until you've got your left shoulder over your right shoulder. Really press down into the feet, and then left feet. Reversa, Ooh, breathing. Release your left arm. Put your hands back at the front of your mat, looking forward, and we're going to step forward and stand up and balance on the left leg. Wow. Really taking your balance challenge. That might be tiptoes in front of you. Maybe you can lift your leg higher. Maybe you can really hold your knee and use your arms to draw the knee in close, or even hold your foot. But keeping your balance. Good. And then releasing that side. Tadasana. Finding your strength, wisdom in your feet, intelligence in the way your body is aligned, and the satisfaction of finding your breath. Bring the hands in front of your heart. Sit your bottom back towards the floor behind, so your knees are bending. For Utkatasana, powerful pose. Feel the front core of the body really supporting the back. So you're drawing the tummy muscles towards the spine. And you can sit as low as your body's comfortable with. So your legs are working. Nice. And you can keep your hands at your heart, or if you can keep your shoulders down, take the arms by the ears. Nice work. Bring the hands back to the heart and straighten your leg. And we're going to step the feet together, putting the center of gravity right over the 2 feet. A little bit of a bend this time. And you're going to pick up your right foot so you can stay on the skin of the tiptoes, or bring the right heel to the left knee. Hands are at the heart, and we'll draw the shoulder blades down. And then you're going to bend your left knee just as far as you can hold it nice and stable, and feeling again that lift of the core of the body. Beautiful. Releasing that side with intention, placing the feet back together. Bending the left knee, so you're up on your left tiptoe. Bending the right knee just a little. Good. And if you can take your left heel or left foot all the way off the floor. Place the left heel on the right knee and the left knee out to the left. And then you dip by bending the right knee just as far as you're able to hold that leg stable, body stable. Nice work. With intention, placing your feet back together. And take a moment to stand in Tadasana, classic style, with the feet together, shoulder blades down, upper arms rolled out, palms in. Feeling like a mountain, feeling steadfast. Beautiful. And we're going to come down to sitting on the floor now. So, however your body needs to move to do that, but you might be practicing your sitting without using your hands and really trying not to thump down on the floor like I just did. We'll sit up onto the blanket. Simple position for your legs, so cross legs if that's comfy, or legs out wide, wider, wider. For Sukhasana twist, turning to the left side. So when you follow instructions, the mind is in charge and the body follows. Let's listen to the body now, so the other way around. Just feeling what this means in your body and adjusting so that your spine feels more comfortable, maybe making length. Noticing too where it feels like there's a limit to your movement. Is that limit real, or is it something in our mind-body connection that is a presumption, a perception only? So here's where if we bring the focus to the breath, only the breath, you might feel your body opening around the breath, spacious around the breath. Exploring breath by breath. Ah. Nice work. And then come back to the center. It always seems to be a revelation. You can do this in any posture. I just have always found this one to be the most miraculous. So changing the cross of your leg, and if you turn to your right now, we follow instructions. The mind is fast. Let the body be calling the shots now. So really try to feel your way to a longer spine, to more relaxed shoulders and neck. But also noticing that feeling of limit, like a collusion between the mind and body. Is there for a reason, good reason. But now bring the focus just to the breath and feel the potential of your body around that breath. Ah, feeling the body open around the breath. Supple, vital, spacious. Ah, yes. And back to center. Change the cross of your legs again, or sitting comfortably. We're going to bring the chin into the chest. Try to keep the tops of the shoulders back, and we're looking for that nice stretch at the back of the neck. And then we're going to keep the chin right in against the chest, but turn your left cheek up towards your ceiling or the sky. Oh, I think we're going to get a little bit of winter sun today. Finding the breath. And then bringing the chin back to the chest. And keeping the chin at the chest, turn the right cheek up to the ceiling or the sky. And then back to the center. Nice work. Bring the underside of your chin parallel to the floor and just turning your head to look left as far as you can turn your neck without changing the chest or shoulders. And you're feeling that lovely stretch of the neck. Nice and gentle. Really listening to your body back to front and to the other side. Great work. And then we'll lay down and take bamboo pose. Take that extra little bit of tension to really lengthen the back of your neck along the floor. Relax your shoulders and blanket under your hips. You want to place it so if you balance your knees in towards your chest, then they really feel balanced. It doesn't feel like your core body is holding them. And then like up. So if you move the blanket, you just can't quite get it right. You feel there's a bit of struggle going on. You're better to do this posture at this part of the practice to put your feet on the floor because we want a relaxed core. Lovely posture, the bamboo pose. We get the benefits of being upside down without too much effort. And you can do cactus arms. I personally love that feeling because I'm kind of tight in my shoulders. But you can put your arms where it suits you. So that might be overhead, by your side, even hands on your belly. And again, just letting your body become spacious around you. Those feelings of tension that we discover is that symbiosis between mind and body. Holding tension for protection or ready to move. But here we're giving ourselves completely the bamboo. Opening the body around the breath. Lovely. Bending your arms and your legs. Take your blanket out and inside edges of the feet together, arms out from the shoulders. We're going to lift the hips and swing the knees to the right. And we're going to employ the core of the body again to lift the feet and the knees just off the floor. You can face over the left arm. Beautiful. Using your core awareness, bring the feet back up to center. Knees go right and legs go left. And we're going to hold the feet and the knees just off the floor. You can face over your right shoulder. Breathing deep. back to center, hugging your knees into your chest and rocking a little inside. Ah, we're going to roll to the right. When you're ready, come up to sitting. Unless you'd like to stay in your own Shavasana, which would be nice. I need to finish my practice now. If you do too, taking a seat, bringing your hands into the heart. Take the feeling. Namaste. Thank you for joining.